It is UK Black Pride Day and we went out last night, so we are still recovering. I'm not gonna lie, we went to Maiden Voyage, which was amazing. Amore. She understood the assignment.
Exactly that. But today is Black Pride Day, which means
I feel so excited for this one. I just feel like it's going to be fun, you know? Like some of them have felt like work and I feel like this one isn't going to feel like work. I just want it to be fun.
with friends.
Yeah, the weather's good.
Yeah.
What do you say with communities?
Communities. It's a new way to say community. Gen Z here.
All right, so yeah, we'll catch you on the other side.
Let's go get ready.
UK Black Pride, the biggest pride celebration for black and brown LGBTQ+ people in Europe, right here in our hometown of London.
This year marks a milestone, 20 years of UK Black Pride, but here's the twist. As the world rolls back on diversity and 60% of pride sponsorships vanish, can this grassroots movement survive? We're here to find out. Does Black love still have a space in the UK?
I don't think people give us the opportunity to see Black queer love.
Yeah.
But I think we have to create the opportunities and the platform for us and show Black queer love.
Can UK Black Pride thrive in a climate that feels colder than ever?
And we meet the legend herself, Lady Phyll, the powerhouse behind it all.
I feel sandwiched between both of us. Yeah.
Welcome to Pride Around the World, the UK Black Pride experience.
For those who may not know us, I'm Tee.
And I'm Drew, and welcome back to Pride Around the World, our global docuseries where we take you on a journey of queer joy, resilience, community, told through our lens as a married couple.
That's right. Over the next 18 months, we're going to be traveling to 6 different continents, from the biggest parades to the most underground celebrations, to explore what does pride really mean for the LGBTQ+ communities across the globe.
And you know what I'm really coming for. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe. Honestly, your support means the world. And if you want to follow the journey in real time, please check out our personal Instagram profiles, as well as our TikTok, the OG, the mother, and our Snapchat for all of the raw and unfiltered snippets from this journey. So with all of that out the way, let us get into today's episode.
And I feel like it's one you've all been waiting for. UK Black Pride.
Now hold up. Before we get into today's episode, I've got a disclaimer. We really had big ambitions for today's episode, like not least because this is our hometown, but because this is the pride that most aligns with both T and I's identity,
Yeah.
We really wanted to do it justice.
We planned the bells, the whistles. We're going to give you a fab documentary to explore what Black queer love, Black queer joy, Black queer resistance as it stands in the UK. Like, we were ready to give you all of that because Black Pride UK has fueled a lot of these movements for us and has made us feel seen and our voices heard.
Now, we knew that this was an ambitious task. Bearing in mind, UK Black Pride takes place across one day only. So we only had one day of filming to get this right. So we knew that time would be a huge factor here.
Exactly. And we thought that would be the main factor because we don't have enough time to run around. But guys, get a little closer. UK babes, we don't like to talk.
We are at UK Black Pride. Tell us why it's so difficult for us to interview couples. Like,
The couples are either shy, that's a 10, minutes that.
yeah, shy. Oh, okay. Shy. But yeah, they're either shy, discreet, or maybe they're not showing that they're in a couple publicly, so we can't even film them. But yeah, it's crazy.
The sight of a camera, the sight of an interview has people running. And I'm like,
Why are you running?
why?
Now guys, just to give you some context, because we love data on this channel, we were out filming at UK Black Pride for 6 hours and we scored 3 interviews, including an interview with Lady Phyll. Now for the same time in Washington DC at Pride in the Park, which is a comparable DC Black Pride event to UK Black Pride, we scored 15 interviews. So I hope that that just puts things into context. Like, it's not only just a stereotype. UK people, we are just far more reserved than folks from the US, at least. And I think it's one thing to kind of know that, but then to see it actually play out in practice and in our content is something entirely different.
Yeah, and I think at least we know that it wasn't the vision that was wrong, it was just maybe the wrong place to carry out such a project. Maybe when we go to Pride in South Africa, we can actually give you a whole documentary, like that could be fab.
Yeah, and I think we could do it for the UK girls too, but I think we'd have to be filming over the course of like months, you know, to get the same amount of content.
We love y'all, but like, just you know, warm up a little bit to the camera because, and especially you guys are really good looking. Like the amount of beautiful people in the UK that we just wish we could get on camera. Anyways, let's move on. Now the disclaimer is out of the way. What you're gonna get in today's episode is we're gonna explain the origins of UK Black Pride. We are also gonna talk about the force and the movement behind Black Pride, which is Lady Phyll, our experience celebrating the 20-year anniversary of UK Black Pride, and most importantly, what we hope to see for the future, and also understanding what impact it has in our today environment.
And although we didn't get all of the visuals that we wanted to get, you know, we still always give you some fab visuals. And what those visuals are of beautiful, black, brown, melanated skin, well moisturized, hydrated, hair, everything. We're giving you those visuals. And I think for me, in the 7 years of which I've been going to UK Black Pride, I would say that this was the biggest and boldest UK Black Pride I've ever attended.
Yes. So let's take it back. What exactly is UK Black Pride? UK Black Pride is a celebration that takes place in London and is the largest event across Europe for LGBTQ plus brown and black folks.
It began in 2005, but its roots go back a year earlier to 2004, when a group of black lesbian activists organized a small gathering in Southend-on-Sea. What started as a seaside trip soon evolved into what we know today as UK Black Pride, an event that now draws over 25,000 attendees each year and takes place at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in Stratford. The motivation for the event was clear from the very beginning. This was a space that was created to address the lack of representation in mainstream Pride events. UK Black Pride creates a dedicated space which centers community, solidarity, and the celebration of all of our identities, and really also puts focus on the intersectional experiences of many black and brown queer folk, because this is our reality. This isn't something in a textbook, this is our lived experience.
Now, as with most movements, UK Black Pride hasn't been without its controversies. Some critics and some of its followers have complained about the affiliations to some of the sponsors they've chosen.
Others have questioned the organization's use of political blackness, which is a term in the UK which came to prominence in the 1970s, which refers to African, Caribbean, Asian, Middle Eastern, and Latin American communities, essentially bringing all these communities under one catch-all umbrella. But some of the critics argue that this kind of consolidation of those communities effectively erases the distinctive experiences of each of those cultural identities within that umbrella, mainly African and Caribbean communities. There have even been calls to rebrand UK Black Pride as QTPIOC Pride, which essentially means Queer, Trans, Intersex, People of Color Pride. But that's not the focus for today, and many of these criticisms have already been addressed directly by UK Black Pride.
As it turns 20, despite all the criticism, UK Black Pride remains a beacon of hope, solidarity, and joy. And it is a space where we go to find our community, celebrate our joy, and it is the biggest link up of the year, without a doubt. And behind all of this is the political activist, the cultural force, the co-founder, and the executive director of UK Black Pride, none other than Lady Phyll. Lady Phyll was born in 1974 in Islington, London, to Ghanaian parents. A pioneer British Ghanaian LGBTQ+ activist, she co-founded UK Black Pride in 2005 and has since held leadership roles at both the Trade Union Congress and Kaleidoscope Trust in her fight for racial, gender, and queer equality.
In 2016, she famously declined an MBE, which stands for the Member of the Order of the British Empire, stating that she could not accept an honour associated with a colonial legacy that continues to perpetuate anti-LGBTQ+ laws in countries across the Commonwealth. Now, if I don't know how you cannot say mother, like mother. And we got the opportunity to interview Lady Phyll at UK Black Pride this year. This was the first time that we actually have had the opportunity to speak with Lady Phyll.
Yeah.
And honestly, her words spoke life into us.
Very much that.
We are joined with the one and only Lady Phyll.
Hi, Tee&Drew and Tee. Look at me, I feel sandwiched between gorgeousness. Yes.
We love a sandwich, we do. How are you doing? How does it feel to celebrate 20 years?
Do you know what? There's something beautiful about this space, right? And seeing so many gorgeous people, young people, mature people, disabled, differently abled, but it's our black and brown queer folk that are just making this so magical. And look, we're melanated, right? And the ancestors have brought out the sunshine for us.
Great day.
Right?
I don't think I've ever come to one Black Pride where the weather's been bad, to be honest.
True.
Never.
True.
What does it take to sustain a movement like this for 20 years?
You know, I think there's something about how community come together, and I have an amazing team that make this happen. People are always like, oh, Lady Phyll, Lady Phyll. Yes, I think I'm great, but you know, I think my team are greater for making sure they look at every aspect of what's needed for us to be able to celebrate, showcase who we are. You know, forget gender expression, gender identity. We're human beings that just want to feel celebrated. And loved as well, right?
Yes, very true. And like, what for the future leaders that are looking to become? We know that the theme of this year's Pride is becoming. What advice would you give to future leaders, the next generation of black and brown queer leaders?
Well, look, I'm going to take this from you because I think that there's something about what you two do, right? And you tell our stories. You make sure that we're shaping our narrative, that we're claiming our narrative, and that we're doing it well. So I would say, look to people like you guys, yeah? Because you're inspiring. Look at that. And he takes off the shades so you can see how cute he is. So I think this is about, you know, anyone that wants to do something. When they told us 20 years this wouldn't happen, look at it now. And I'm able to tell you a story and use your platform for the greater good. So I appreciate you both. I really do.
UK Black Pride operates as a one-day mini festival, and upon entry, the first things you see are the charity organizations, the NGOs, and those that are there to show the work that is being done within the LGBTQ+ communities. Now, my favorite charity is the African Rainbow Family, which I featured on my Seeking Asylum video. This charity is very important because they advocate for refugees coming into the UK to seek, I guess, a home and seek a safe space as an LGBTQ+ identifying persons.
Yes, and legal support.
So we are African Rainbow Family, and then it's a charity. We cater for LGBTQI people who are seeking asylum and refugee in the UK. So it's more like providing a grant for people who are going through this, integrating them, and providing like sort of family for them to meet, you know, every now and then and discuss what they are going through. So it's more like, I call it family because we even refer ourselves to siblings here, and so far so good. I think it's been going well.
How long have you been a part of African Rainbow Family for? And also, tell me what your role is within the charity as well. I didn't ask that.
Okay, I'm the charity finance officer.
Okay.
Yeah, I started working with African Rainbow last year. I joined last year September, so I think I'm 1 year or soon going to be 1 year soon. So that's what I do at African Rainbow. So basically, manage the finance, escalate when things are, you know, going well, escalate when things are not going well, where things have been going well so far so good, and then, you know, just discuss the finances with the CEO and the board of trustees. So that's what I do at African Rainbow Family.
And what are some of your fondest memories in terms of like your time at African Rainbow Family? What stands out to you?
what stand out is the community and the love, because you are with people who are probably going through a lot and you feel they don't have enough love to give, but you'll be surprised they have so much love to give irrespective of what they are going through.
What are your hopes for African Rainbow Family in the future?
It's really big. Okay, currently now we have a lot of service users, and then we have limited resources to go around this service user. My hope is at the point we're able to accommodate everyone and anyone who is coming in. I'm able to provide our services for them, because aside from meeting, we provide other services like helping them integrating into society, providing different workshops. We also link them with maybe training, especially when they've gotten their refugee, status. We also support in counseling, we also support in therapy, because a lot of people are really traumatized by the experience they have gone through. So we link them up with therapies to help them. So there are a lot of work that goes in on the ground that we do. So I'm hoping in future we're able to provide all of these services to everyone and anyone who comes in and who need these services.
And where can we find you? Where can we find you in your work? How can people get in contact?
So you can go to our Instagram, African Rainbow Family. We are on Instagram. We also have a website, www.africanrainbowfamily.org. And then we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, we are everywhere.
You heard it from us, child. Check them out. Like, you guys do such incredible work, so we're so happy to amplify in any way that we can. So thank you.
You can also find the youth stage. So that is one of many stages that they have at UK Black Pride, which is focused on platforming young queer voices. And then you also have an area for the family area where you can essentially engage in activities for kids of all different ages. And in addition to this, you have the community stage, which is focused on really conversations and driving conversations which are relevant to LGBTQ plus Black and brown folks. So you'll find speakers, poets, activists, all using their voices and really driving these conversations on the community stage.
And for some of the fun part, the food and drinks. Now, what I love about Black Pride UK is the fact that you will find the jollof rice, you will find the curry goat, you find the rice and peas, you find the jerk chicken, and of course, for our, homegrown British folks, we have the seasoned fish and chips.
Now, after the food stands, you have the stages. So there are two main entertainment-based stages at UK Black Pride. You've got the DJ stage, although I'm not sure if that's the exact name for it, and then you've got the main stage. And I think the main thing that distinguishes the two is one is mainly for DJs, as the name implies, and the other is mainly for performances, headline acts, and then you also get some of the main speeches from the UK Black Pride team, for instance, Lady Phyll's address. Now this year we spent a lot of time at the main stage capturing the vibes, the music, the dancing, and it was fab.
We must protect the feminine divine in all of us. Now I don't care how butch you are, if you're butch, look after the femmes, that's what I say. Do your job, man. DJ.
Unfortunately, we were not able to capture some of the performances as intimately as we would like, but we were able to get some snaps of the Rambena's performance. Now, Now, you know he has been working. He was one of the headliners at London Pride. After that, he went to the DJ AG Online's live show at King's Cross, and then back again in the UK for UK Black Pride. So he's also going to be in Coco, I believe in September, October. Go check him out because he puts on a show. Extremely good show. Now, we love love and all love is valid, but what we love the most is Black queer love. Any opportunity we can to use our platform to show that representation, to amplify those voices, we will use it, especially in the UK, because it is not shown as much as we would want to, but it is very, very much alive here.
All right, hey y'all, it's Drew here, and I am joined with
Nana.
Bolaji.
Please tell us your pronouns.
She, her, she, they.
He, them. Amazing, great, spectacular.
Okay.
Everything between.
How are you finding Black Pride so far?
Honestly, it's been an amazing experience to see everyone, all my friends are here. We're here to celebrate Black joy, so it's good to be out.
So far, so good. I'm having a good time. We were just on the bumper cars. It's really cute. Yeah. So fun. We're having a good time. We'll see beautiful Black people around, like beautiful queer Black people. It's just, they're gorgeous. Everyone's glistening in the sun.
Is this your first Black Pride, or what do you remember of your first Black Pride, if not?
My first Black Pride was in Vauxhall days.
Yes.
And it was smaller, but it was intimate, it was cute, and you saw families about, and I just remember having a out-of-body experience and just being like, wow, there's so many people like me here. So like, that's my fondest memory of Black Pride.
Right.
Yeah.
My first Black Pride was a couple of years ago as an ally.
Wow, look how times have changed.
Yeah.
We love that alliance. Yeah. And where do you find Black joy around Pride, but also throughout the year? Like, what is your source of that, especially this year?
I think for me, just having friends who are like very supportive, having the community, being vulnerable, but also like sharing like great moments. For me, that's like my go-to. So I have a good community of friends around me.
How did you two meet? And how long have you been together? Let's turn it up a little bit.
Maybe like before lockdown, I think. Yeah, before lockdown, we just knew of each other. We'd say hi and bye, but like nothing ever happened. I was in a relationship, she was in something.
Okay.
So, you know, it never happened. And then we reconnected last year.
Okay.
And she was like, you know, I used to have a crush on you. And I said, oh, tell me more about this crush. And now we're here today. Yes, I did.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
No,
okay.
so I
What's your story?
I used to have a crush on you, just like, oh, okay. And then that was it for the rest of the evening. And then she said in my DM, I was like, okay, tell about this crush. And then,
Right.
yeah. So it wasn't just like
I had
that.
to process the information because I never knew. You never gave me so much of a lingering look. Like, you never even grazed my elbow, nothing. No, you didn't. She didn't. It's fine.
And what was the journey to like finding that community?
I think just being authentic, being honest, being open, being vulnerable kind of goes a long way.
Okay.
And I think it's got me very far, yeah.
What would you say like has been the secret to like sustaining you guys' relationship, or even advice generally to like finding Black queer love in the UK? Because it ain't easy. It ain't easy in these streets.
I've been single for a minute now.
Okay.
I'll probably just say, you know, just try and be open. There's love out there, and just don't be so rigid in your approach. And also talk to people, you know, starting someone's DM tonight. You never know. I mean, I don't do that, but you know, you should.
So that's your advice. I'm screaming.
I feel like we have a lot of fun and we talk a lot.
We talk a lot. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say we communicate so well.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not really afraid to say stuff. And I think she feels comfortable to say stuff with me. So it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we love that. Communication has come up a lot in a lot of the conversations we have about relationships. And would you say that the UK celebrates, or we have enough opportunities to platform Black queer love here in the UK? You can be honest.
Not unless we create for ourselves.
Alright.
I don't think people give us the opportunity to see Black queer love.
Yeah.
But I think we have to create the opportunities and the platform for us and show Black queer love.
I agree. Retweet.
Yeah. So where can we find you? Anything you want to promote? Your Instagram, if you want to plug it.
Well, I'm actually open my own creative agency for fashion and beauty businesses. Studio Oshun, so follow if you can.
Okay, perfect.
We inside the house playing PlayStation and having a good time and eating all the food. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Anything to promote?
Oh, we my film. I wrote and directed a short film called The Donor, and it's about two women who are trying to find a potential sperm donor. So that is coming soon, and I'm really excited about it. Also, I have queer events. We need more men. We need more men at our queer events. It's not just a lesbian vibe. Please, guys, you're welcome. Please come. It's called 2 Presents.
Right.
So yeah, we have brunches, we have night parties, we have sexy parties. You're all welcome.
Now, not gonna lie, we wanted to profile a lot of black queer couples at UK Black Pride, but y'all didn't too much want to hard launch your partners. But we did get to speak to Nana, the host of Tutu's podcast, as well as Georgette, a couple that have been together, and it was just so beautiful to just see the energy between them and to get a chance to have that conversation and share their stories. But what I will say, there were a number of other black queer couples at UK Black Pride too, but I think we're just gonna have to move and shy. We're just gonna have to settle with what we saw with our eyes, just to know that black queer love is alive and thriving in the UK. So, after witnessing UK Black Pride's 20th anniversary, what are some of our hopes for UK Black Pride going forward?
Honestly, UK Black Pride is a space that is created for us, by us. It is a space that is created for black and brown people to come, first of all, to find their identities, to find their communities, to express joy, and also to have those hard conversations and be in a space where people are like, I can resonate with that. And my hope is that UK Black Pride stays that. The center and the focus of the conversation remains for the black and brown communities.
I mean, we have pride all over the world, but here, I mean, look around, you are, a mix of proud of black people who you can relate to, people who you feel your skin color looks like, them, and it's just kind of lovely to see everyone who looks like you coming together to celebrate and also protest.
Now, I know that there has to be room made to allow people of other races and other identities to come into that space, but I hope it's made in a way that they're coming to experience our joy, our love, understand our pain, and understand our journeys, not necessarily created to cater for their needs. So it is our voice, our presence, but being shared with a wider audience, I would say.
What are your hopes for UK Black Pride? Obviously, it's 20 years of its celebration. What are your hopes for the next 20 years?
I think this is too small. I think it needs to be bigger. I think a lot more people need to, join the club, join the family,
I hope that it continues. I hope that it gets bigger and better, that maybe we're in a bigger park, in 2 years, 3 years. And just more people from all over the world come and experience this beautiful time, because it is amazing to have all of us in one space. And I hope that we get sponsorship when we need it. I know there's been a problem.
What does the next 20 years look like for you? Like, if the biggest vision you can have for it?
It's a really hard question because I'm filled with hope all the time. And the moment I stop hoping and dreaming and aspiring, it's the moment it's gone. But if there's a big vision, there wouldn't be a need for a Black Pride. There wouldn't be a need for a pride because we don't live in a world of utopia, right? So until that, I think the vision is, let's look at how we grow, how we sustain our movements, and how we maintain to be free, safe and equal.
Yes, and I just hope UK Black Pride stays free. But to do that, it needs financial support and it needs the support of its volunteers. And we're seeing DEI cutbacks across the board.
This year, of course, we're seeing a lot of pushback against DEI initiatives and also against a lot of the progressive culture that we saw in the 2010s. What is your idea of collective resistance, especially this year in 2025?
I think it's probably based around us just, again, being very aggressive in our approach towards life. Right now, especially within the communities, a lot of pushback when it comes to us being visible within the communities. I think it's just important that we stay grounded, but also fight for what's ours.
And for this year, UK Black Pride lost 60% of its funding in 2025.
Wow.
So I think now more than ever, it's really important for us to raise grassroots funding to really support platforms that are built for us, by us.
Historically, even this year,
Yeah.
it's been hard to get like sponsorship because it's a free event and Lady Phyll wants to keep it free.
Yeah.
So we need that money.
Yeah.
We need that money. Yeah.
Period.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I think brands need to get behind this.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense why they're not fully. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my take.
Now, if you're interested in donating to UK Black Pride, please visit the link in our description below.
And okay, that concludes our UK Black Pride. I know the one you've all been waiting for. But up next, we are going to talk about London Pride experience. Now, what is the difference between UK Black Pride and London Pride? That's always a fun conversation to have.
I also just want to say, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed or liked or shared, what's wrong with you?
Right.
And I'm going to need you to do all of that. Okay?
Yeah.
Subscribe, follow on Instagram, follow on TikTok. You know about Tee&Drew, don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you don't know. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, let me not forget, also if you want the uncut and raw version of Pride Around the World, our Snapchat. So with that out of the way, thank you so much and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.